Da 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 da.
Cheers!
Welcome to the Drunken Sisters podcast.
I'm your host, April.
And I'm Michelle.
Tonight we don't have any special guests.
Nope, it's just us, and guess what? We're special.
Yeah!
Cheers to that.
Cheers to sisterly love.
Hey, I have a question for you. Today I had to put some gasoline in my car, and by the way, gas prices are through the roof right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's very obnoxious,
Summertime.
especially when you drive a trusty Buick like I do that goes about 2 miles per gallon.
Buick.
Anyway, so I was putting gas in the car, and you know how they have those signs, Mega Million, Super Lotto, Powerball.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't help it. I
Did you
bought
buy-
a ticket.
Which one?
One of each.
One of each?
Well, it's like they're selling me the dream. They're not even selling me anything. I mean, other than the ticket, nothing is tangible in this transaction.
Just a piece of paper.
Just a piece of paper that once I scan it and it says sorry, not a winner, becomes trash.
So until you scan it, or until you check your numbers, you have all sorts of hope.
Right.
So you can start dreaming.
I could. But I've also realized that it can be very depressing after.
If you won?
If I didn't win.
Yeah.
If I had all these dreams and hopes and what would I do with the money and all this stuff, and then, too bad. You didn't even.
Definitely.
It's pretty
I see
sad.
how that would be depressing. We have a drive-by.
Da 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 da.
Cheers.
Thank you, drive by. I needed that drink.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a Crown and Coke tonight again.
Again,
Same?
likewise.
Excellent.
Well, the crown looks so fancy in its fancy little bag.
It's a little purple bag.
It's got a crown.
I don't know what the heck to do with those bags after, but I feel like I can't throw them away.
Yeah, I use mine for trash bags at festivals.
The little Crown Royal bag?
Yeah, I just carry it with me and I collect my trash in them.
I
You're
see.
not supposed to litter.
Right.
They're durable. They're cute. I put
Everybody
my
thinks you have
hairbands in 'em.
alcohol.
Everyone thinks I have
So
alcohol.
they're nice to you.
Until they realize it's a bag of trash.
And then they're like, it's kind of like how the lottery sells you on an empty dream.
Yes.
If you are selling your followers on an empty promise of alcohol.
Definitely. I was thinking about getting a bunch of mini bottles for Burning Man and walking
Yeah.
around with my mini bar.
So, listeners, this is great news. April is going to go to Burning Man this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you excited?
I'm nervous because I've this whole year planned on not going.
Yeah.
So I've done nothing to prepare.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to pretend like I'm going on Survivor.
Now, this is going to be your 5th year going, right?
This will be my 5th year.
So don't you feel like you've already prepared yourself all 4 years prior?
Yeah, definitely.
So you don't really have to be worried.
I am experiencing a new part of Burning Man that I've yet to experience, which is I am flying into Reno and I'm taking the burner bus in by
Ooh.
myself. So I'm hoping I get to meet some really awesome people. I don't really know.
I
I'm
honestly
really excited.
think anyone who goes to Burning Man is so awesome.
It's
Like,
true.
it's a complete different mentality from...
And I'm thinking if they're on the burner bus, they
Yeah.
really want to go.
yeah,
you
you
know.
don't pay $175 to take a bus ride for nothing.
Yeah, it's an expensive. It's a round trip bus ride, listeners, from Reno into Black Rock City, and they have their own lane into Burning Man, so you don't gotta sit in the.
You don't gotta sit? What
You
kind
don't
of
gotta
grammar
sit.
is that?
You don't sit in the terrible traffic line. to get
Okay,
in.
going 2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the lines are outrageous.
You didn't get to experience that because
No.
we had early entry.
Thank goodness,
the year
because
you
even
went.
waiting in that hour line, I was getting a little anxious.
8 to 12 hours is the
Whew.
standard line. Grandma waited
Yeah.
in it.
Hey, Grandma waited 8 hours.
Yeah.
Now, it's true that once you get through that 8-hour line, you then have to drive 5 miles,
5 miles an hour because
So
of the dust.
that takes, another hour to get to your...
It takes a very long time. Grandma at one point turned around and stopped and said, "Don't ever take your father. He will flip out."
She
Just
knows
waiting
him
in
very well.
line. She said he would turn that van around and go straight home.
Yeah, if Dad ever was to go to Burning Man, which I think would be a great experience, we should probably try to get him the early entry pass.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
There are things that I think Dad would absolutely love about Burning Man, as far as like the technology and the building and the creativity that's out there.
Yeah.
I also see him being super kind of pervy with all the boobies that are freely walking around.
Yeah, you're right.
And then I feel like he would not be great to the shirt cockers
The shirt cockers.
or any sort of cocker.
Yeah, he might go running.
Because, like, he's never been to a strip club. Did you know that?
No, I've never been to a strip club.
What?
No.
Ever?
No. No.
Not once.
Never.
So you've never had a lap dance?
No, I've never had a lap dance.
Oh my. Would it be weird if we went to the strip club together?
It might be a little weird.
We'll have to get a group for that one.
I think even then it might be weird.
I don't
see. I personally don't see the point in me going to the strip club.
It's fun.
Is it?
It's so fun. Alan and I used to go all the time because the closest bar within walking distance to our house was the local bikini bar.
So how could you not?
So it's different than a full nude strip club because they serve alcohol.
In the full nude strip club, they don't serve alcohol.
No, not in California. Do you want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
So I thought this law was just common law everywhere.
Yeah.
So I went maybe 6 or 7 years ago on vacation to Hawaii with Alan and his family. So it was me, him, his dad, stepmom, and his sister.
That's weird.
Yeah, so we all go to Hawaii, we're having a great time, and then something brings up bikini bars, and we're like, let's go check it out. And Sandy, his stepmom, was like, absolutely not. And so my drunk being convinces her that we should all go, it'll be fun, and don't worry, they serve alcohol, so they can only be topless, it's not going to be full nude, they can't touch, because there are very strict laws in California. So all of us, if this was like straight up National Lampoon style vacation, go to the strip club together. So, but Hawaii has different laws. They can touch.
No.
They serve full alcohol.
And they're fully
nude.
Oh my gosh. So, I guess the question is, how long did the entire family stay there?
We were there for a while because we all had all paid to get in.
Okay.
And I just remember at one point I looked over and Ivana was sitting between Alan, her brother, and her dad. And well, they got lap dances.
And she didn't get a lap dance.
No, I don't think, we had a good time. Because we were drinking. And we just had to make the best of it from that point. And I even got Sandy to go to the stage and sit with me.
I did it again, Sa.
Oh my.
Listeners, so I'm enjoying a nice little cigarette here while I talk to you on the porch. And apparently I had forgotten that I started a cigarette and I put it in the ashtray. And I started another one. And so now I'm double fisting.
Double stacking. So we got Sandy to the stage and taught her how to tip the strippers. And we have this great family photo.
Hold on. How do you tip the strippers when it's full nude? And with that, we have a drive-by.
Yeah, let's drink before we get into
da 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 da.
Cheers. Well, there's different ways depending on where you're at. If you're sitting at the bar, most people will take their stack of ones and either have them in their hand or there's like a lower bar where you set your drinks and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is the polite way to do it. Some dudes will like stack it all there and then make the girl feel like she's got to earn his $1 bill.
God.
So pathetic. Other guys will walk up. They won't even sit down. They'll just like make it rain. I'm sure you've heard that expression.
See. Yes, I have heard the expression where you just throw money
bills to make it rain. Usually girls though are the female dancers. If there is a girl sitting sidebar, she will come and dance specifically for the girl because it turns the other guys on.
Yeah.
And then they just start going crazy.
Then
and
they start throwing
her.
Their money.
Yeah. So she will flood you with attention, and they're usually generally pretty nice. And they'll sit there. They're dancing, but they're talking to you.
And what are they saying? Like, what'd you do last weekend? I mean, what did you say?
They'll compliment you, tell you how pretty you are.
Oh.
One time I was at a strip club in Vegas.
Yes.
And I was sitting, I'd gone out for a wedding, but I only knew the groom and the groom's friends. And I had no interest in going to the bachelorette party because I didn't know, not even the bride, like nobody.
Why were you even there?
It was, my friends.
Like a friend of a friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd gone with him to the wedding in Vegas. That's Vegas, why not? So I ended up going out to the bachelor party with them. We end up in a strip club, and we're sitting sidebar, and I've got my ones, and we had like maybe 20 ones, and I'm tipping. They'll lean over, and you can stick it in their G-string or their shoe.
Oh, so they're not actually fully nude?
Not usually when they're on stage, they'll get fully nude. But not, they start with clothes.
I see.
And then when they're done, they go around the stage and pick up their money.
name of the strip club.
Yeah.
I see.
It's a dance, sexy dance.
Oh,
No,
I
the
don't
ones
know.
who get naked fast don't get tipped well.
Because you leave nothing to the imagination.
It's stripping.
The art of stripping.
Do you know, Grandma once told me that her and Grandpa used to go to strip clubs together?
No,
and she loved it. She said they wore the cutest shoes and little outfits.
Oh, God bless Grandma. She is fantastic.
Drive by.
This was the same Grandma that went to Burning Man, correct?
Yep, that's the same Grandma.
We had to take a pause there for a drink.
Oh, we got a biker.
Oh,
bike bye. Da 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 da. Cheers.
Still drinking out of that plastic glass.
I know, I'm sorry.
That plastic glass, that was kind of
At least I'm not trying to break your fancy glass tonight.
I know, my fancy Stella.
Yeah. So one time it's still in Vegas.
Yeah.
I've run out of dollar bills. And this group of guys that I don't know, that are not part of the bachelor party, just random group of guys, come and sit next to me. And every time I'd run low, the guy would just give me giant stacks of money because he knew it brought the girl
over to you.
Over. It was pretty funny.
Well, I assume maybe one day before I die, I will visit a strip club.
I think we should go.
I don't know if we should go.
Oh, alright. It won't be weird.
I feel like it would be weird.
Why?
I don't know. I just have this slight suspicion.
Fair enough. So I would like to revisit how this conversation started.
Sure.
We're talking about empty dreams and lottery.
Yes.
I hear that sometimes when you win the lottery, it destroys their lives.
You know what? I've heard the same thing actually. There was a couple of documentaries out there about people who, when they win the lottery, they become so paranoid and obsessed with their money that there was one example of a man who put security cameras all over his house, and he would be so paranoid that he would sit in the room that had all the monitors and would just watch them for hours on end.
Afraid someone was going to come.
Was going to come and take his money.
Oh my goodness!
Is that really a life you want to live?
No, definitely not.
If I win the lottery,
What'd you
hopefully
do?
one day I will. I have a couple of things in mind. First, I would really love to travel the world, and while I'm traveling the world, I would like to go and build churches in different countries.
Wow.
and help out with, there's a medical need in certain countries.
Definitely.
And I know there's kind of an issue because Americans are going to these foreign countries, and with us, even though we're bringing money and aid and we're trying to do good, we're bringing diseases to this new place that didn't have it before.
That is completely why I'm against missionary work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything has its pros and cons, I guess, but I think being committed to a certain location instead of having it be a temporary 1 month missionary, if you're there for the long term and you want to see growth, because doesn't it seem obscene to you that we would be living in a society like this, where there's an abundance of cars, an abundance of food, money, water, even though we're in a drought? If you want something, you can get it.
Yes.
While at the same time, in other countries, they're struggling just to eat.
Yeah.
And it makes me so sad.
It's not right. It definitely is not right.
So I would like to travel the world and do some good work like that. Also, there's a huge homeless problem here. And I'm not saying the problem is that people are homeless and that they exist. The problem is that we turn a blind eye to it. So helping out America while helping out other countries.
I love that idea.
It's great. Wouldn't it be awesome?
I think you should. Well, we're putting out into the universe. Maybe the universe will answer.
Yeah, I would really like that.
Nice.
And I would get a Batmobile.
I was waiting for that. I was like, I guess you don't want the Batmobile anymore.
I do want the Batmobile.
I think if I won the lottery, the first thing I would do is pay off Mom and Dad's bills.
Yeah.
I would build Mom some sort of daycare, maybe expand their house so she could turn one level into a daycare and then still have a normal house that her and Dad could share.
Yeah.
And then I would pay off your bills, Sarah's.
So I don't have bills.
You don't have any bills?
No.
Lucky ducky. I have my car payment. besides the month-to-month stuff.
Well, pretty soon I will be having a car payment.
And then I would put myself through school. I'd probably pay off grandma's debts, too.
I think what would be really awesome is if we won the lottery to build some sort of large, almost mansion type of property where all of our family members can have like their own section or their
like
own
a commune?
wing. I mean, because it's like, it's grandma, it's mom and dad, it's Sarah and her husband, it's you and Alan, it's me and the cats. Tim and Tara.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily a commune, but like a castle.
I would really like to be much closer with the family.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And, you know, sometimes as families happen to get into a weird situation, if there's an argument or anything, it's like you live by yourself anyways. You just go off in your own little...
Yeah, go to your own section.
Yeah, hey, get out of here.
Go to your chamber, please.
That would be awesome.
I'm gonna drive by. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Cheers.
Cheers. So, I'm discussing the lottery.
Oh, this is gonna get deep.
Why do you say that?
There's a long pause.
There was a long pause.
The look on your face. Listeners, if you could see it, it was so pregnant with thought.
Pregnant? Don't say that word.
Drive by! Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, I won't say pregnant.
There's too many drive-bys here.
Oh my, another drive-by. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's the universe telling me not to go into this deep thought.
I really want to hear this deep thought now.
So,
you can't now.
So I'm thinking, the people who do become very obsessed with money once they win the lottery and they end up ruining their lives, do you think that ultimately happens because initially they were not thinking, they were being very selfish, and they were not thinking, how can I do good in this life? Because you do only have one life, right?
It's true.
And when you die, whatever you have done is your legacy, whether that be remembered by one person or just it stays forever in the memories of like a bunch of people. And if you affect one, okay, say we go to a different country and we set up this whole medical school church kind of functioning thing, that's going to continue generation to generation, and they might put your plaque on the wall or something, you know. So your memory will be alive in those stories that will be handed down, and oh, this building, you know, has done such good for us. So I think those people that get stuck watching security monitors to make sure no one's breaking in maybe didn't have their heart in the right place when they win the money.
That's true. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I did see, there's an episode called a television show called The Lottery Ruined My Life.
Really?
Something.
Like Lifetime or something?
Yeah, one of those shows.
Okay.
But it's a reality show about people who have won the lottery and how their life is terrible now and much worse off. Most of them, you were absolutely right. They were just completely selfish. They didn't have good intent, and they did dumb things with their money. Some of them are about how, you know, these people win the lottery and suddenly they have family that they didn't even know they had coming out of the woodworks, claiming that they owe money to these random family members that they didn't know were there. But the one that really stood out for me was a guy who wanted to support his son's. His son had a dream or an idea for this product. So the guy who won the lottery completely funded it, and it completely failed. Some new product by an already established company came out and pretty much stole the idea. And now he was sitting in his dilapidated house with crates and crates of this whatever product.
Of this product?
Yeah, because he just ordered like millions
X amount.
of them.
What product was it?
I don't remember. But it was something that is now like obsolete.
Yeah, there's always
use.
that really sad occurrence of people who pretty much that's what the lottery is. They're selling you this dream, and then once it becomes a reality for those very few people that it actually happens to, all of a sudden it's how can we make it more? Because nobody is very satisfied with what they have.
No.
Even if you win $16 million, it's how can I get 20? And unfortunately, that is a sad thing.
So tell me, how often do you buy lottery tickets?
All the time.
Like every week?
Not, I wouldn't say every week like religiously, but when I fill up the Buick.
Do you have a set of numbers that you play?
No, but I am in a lottery pool at work.
Oh.
Yeah.
How's that work?
So what we did, we play Fantasy 5.
Uh-huh.
And we play Super Lotto. And we each chose a number. There's 4 of us. We each chose a number, and then we drew a number out of the hat for like the extra number or whatever. So we played this certain set of numbers each week. In addition to that, we play one quick pick.
Oh.
So we play for each game, Fantasy 5, one quick pick, one set of numbers. Super Lotto, one quick pick, one set of numbers.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Saw. Have you guys won anything yet?
No.
How long has this been going on for?
About a month and a half.
Are you gonna keep doing it?
We're gonna keep doing it. Yeah, we pay $1 a week.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, because there's 4 of us, so it's $1 each game. What I'm concerned about, and this is where kind of I feel already a little greedy, is in the Fantasy 5 that gets drawn every day, Monday through Friday, I think. So, what if our numbers get picked on a day we're not playing? Because we only play on Fridays.
Then it comes in. Do you want to spend the money and risk it? I guess that would stress me out about picking numbers.
Yeah.
Because what if the one day you don't play, your numbers get picked?
I have a story for you. I used to play a certain set of numbers in the Mega Millions.
Uh-huh.
Those set of numbers were called for the Super Lotto.
No.
I swear.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry, but I was so mad at first, and then I was like, wait, maybe this wasn't the right time.
Well, you keep buying, the right time might come.
Yeah.
Listeners, our advice to you, go out and buy a lotto ticket tonight.
Feeling lucky? Isn't that their catchphrase?
Yeah, feeling lucky.
Feeling lucky, or imagine what a buck can do. We're plugging the lottery here.
I love that lottery commercial where the family, like, reenacts the day that they won the lottery.
When they're putting the VCR tape in, and they have their own little living room, like,
set up like their old living room in their giant mansion now.
That's pretty awesome. Anyway, listeners, yes, go ahead, buy a lottery ticket tonight. You never know. Today could be your lucky day.
We love you.
Tweet us at drunken_sisters. Let us know your favorite lottery numbers, and I'll play them.
Oh, that's a great idea. We should definitely do that. Have a good night. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Cheers.